Well, well, well. Say that again, Mrs. D. That's true. Welcome, everybody. I am donning a headset mic. Primarily because things are moving along here, and Mrs. D and I are trying to pack things up, you know. Welcome to the Domino House, by the way. My name is Lux Domino. I am your Sherpa of streaming. Tonight, and from here on out, I think it's not from here on out. That's not true. Until we get settled into the new casa, Nuevo Casa. I think it's just going to be ranked. Just trying to push ranked. I don't really have any other opportunities to do that, to play like that. So, we're just going to be pushing ranked, little rank grind. Things are well with us. I'm starting to pack up. Mrs. D's over there. Mrs. D's setup is gone. Her PC's still there, but nothing's plugged in. Yeah, it's just the camera's a little wonky. Camera's a little wonky. I still have my monitor, like, it's right up there, and I'm always checking whether I'm center or not based off of that. So whenever you see me, well, you don't see my eyes. Hopefully my head stays here and I can just look up there. But anyway, so we're gonna grind some ranked, and let me know how your week has started out to be. What did you do for the weekend? Let me know. Yeah, it's all good. All good things. What was that, Mrs. D? It is a heat wave over here, in Michigan. I'm all here for it, though. I'm not one of those people that complain about the weather here in Michigan. Our winters are tough enough, so warm weather is good weather. So let me know how you're doing. Let me fix this chat here. Hopefully things go well. Storg coming in. Storg, how are you? Good to see you. May the Lord bless you. Hey, sure, absolutely. He blesses all day. Some good news I could share. I just wanted to share some amazing news since I began exploring Christianity back in 2023. I've noticed a slow but powerful shift, not just in myself, but in my family. We don't come from a religious background. And faith was never really part of my life growing up. But recently my parents approached me to ask me about how they'd get me, how they could go about getting confirmed and in one case baptized. All right. This is absolutely surreal to me. Acts 16:31 is something to think about regarding this. I'm a biker, face scars, beard, built like a Viking. I appreciate that with the beard and built like a Viking. Former addict, absolutely. I understand that. Former criminal, from all purposes, the last person you think Christian, yet I was used and called by our Lord. It shocked me. I'm also the youngest of my family. Storg got some great news, man. I will say this, that, God does not look at the outward. God looks at the heart. So it doesn't matter what you've, in essence of sharing the gospel or giving your testimony of what God has done, praying for people, encouraging people, being a minister of the faith. You don't have to have a background. He uses everybody, anybody and everybody. And, Storg, it's amazing. That's so good. Yeah, it's oftentimes I have found too that with families that share the same faith, it often deepens your faith. So your faith might have been at a level that was, really not weak, but really maybe disheartened, or maybe you were just clinging on to the word, and this kind of thing can spur you on. And I pray that it does. I pray that your family can see the transformation and the grace and mercy of Christ through you, and little by little, man, it's such a testimony of what he does. So I'm so happy, man. That's such a great update. I've noticed that very quick with Christians. My best friend at church is an 80-year-old woman. Yeah, she's never asked once. She just sees the heart. Outside of the faith, I get a lot of rude questions, never once by our brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm glad that has been your experience. I know that there are times where Christians are not the best example of the name that they carry. But yeah, I mean, let's look at the history of the people of Israel, who were God's chosen people before the church became God's chosen people. People like Moses, who was a murderer. People like David, who was an adulterer, and a liar and a murderer. Into the New Testament, you have people denying Christ. You have, arrogant fishermen. You have, just Jesus, yes, ate and drank with sinners, and quote unquote, we're all sinners, but, except for him. But, the least of these, Jesus cared most about him. Zacchaeus was a tax collector. Mary Magdalene was from the outskirts of town. He ate with prostitutes. And tax collectors being especially in Jewish culture, some of the worst of the worst, betrayers of their faith, what they believed, at least in the culture. So it's always the outsiders that it seems like, I shouldn't say always, it seems like in my story and in my past, and from your example too, Storg, it seems like, man, God really does look at the heart, and not to ignore the call of Christ on our lives to repent and to not go back to our former life, but instead engage with his transforming work through the power of the Holy Spirit. We have a new heart. We've been regenerated. We've been born again. And now we get a chance to live again, essentially, and live in the light of the cross and the empty tomb, and the freedom that we have and will continue to have for eternity. It should shift our lives into, and it does, if it's authentic faith, it shifts our lives into a life of constant repentance, the mercy of God being the currency by which we do business. We give mercy out to those, and we accept mercy from others. And it is a life that will transform you. Sometimes little by little, oftentimes little by little, sometimes in big ways. God just moves these mountains of doubt or fear or anything that's still in your life, and he just transforms you, So it's so good, Storg. The first book I looked at in the Bible was the book of Job. Ooh, that's a heavy hitter. Heavy hitter. It struck my heart, man. I look at the people in the Bible, or even saints, and I keep finding God uses the broken. He did, what did Christ tell the religious leaders of the day? I didn't come for the sick, or I didn't come for the healthy. I came for the sick, right? And he was thinking in full divinity and full humanity. He was saying both the sick of the society, like the lepers and the blind and the deaf. Yes, he came for those, but ultimately, the divinity of Christ, the divine nature of Christ was speaking about, no, I'm for the sinner. I come for the sinner, for the soul, the sick of the soul. So he uses them as a testimony. Then I once was, and now I am, best way I can phrase it. Something I say to young men and women who talk to me regarding this sort of thing: sin is easy, be something better. I use the example of drugs. It's easy to take and difficult to stay away. It's true. That is a very, it's a very unique way of putting it. I will say this too, that there's a misconception, and I know for those of you who don't know, I'm a follower of Christ. I went to Bible college, was in ministry for a long time. So this is a part of the channel I very rarely get to flex, but it's a heart and it's a heartbeat of the channel that I want to express more and more and more as people come in who don't know my story, who don't know about my faith. I get to share it with them. So Stork, thank you for bringing this tonight and leading us in this first little chat before we get going. I think the tough thing for non-followers to understand is you don't just get zapped and you're fixed, right? Eternally you're dealt with. Your sin is blotted out with the blood of Christ. You are made right in the eyes of God. When judgment comes, the follower is standing on the promises of Christ, standing on the promises of God, and that's all that we can stand on. So there's that assurance, but our lives are still a mess. I say that, we don't talk enough about our sinfulness in the church. We use the term broken to kind of replace sinfulness. And I've gotten to think, as I've studied more, that brokenness is more about our humanity, the physical side of things. Like our bodies are still broken. Our minds are still broken. Our hearts can still be broken. But the spiritual sense, we do need to talk about our sinfulness. We are still sinful people. We just are not slaves to our sin anymore. I think that's tough for non-followers and even for some followers to understand, believers to understand, is that as we perpetually move more towards this relationship with Christ, his Spirit changing our hearts, changing our minds, changing our lives, we engage with his word, we engage with the church, we engage with being the hands and feet of Jesus and seeing how that transforms our lives, putting our faith into action. It's interesting to see that through his power, you are able to sin less, but you still have your sinful nature as a part of who you are. God's just replaced that with his nature, with a new nature. It's a beautiful thing to walk in as Paul talks about, having the mind of Christ. That everything that we do, everything we say, everything we think is just now different. And that's so beautiful, man, that you're able to see that in your own family and see that. Keep on living your faith, man. And I don't just say that in terms of, all you got to do is show people the love of God. I do believe, and scripture's clear, that faith comes from hearing and hearing from the word of the Lord. So we need to preach, we need to teach, but the first inroad is often our deeds. And the gentleness that we have when the whole world has gone crazy, when the whole world is aggressive and angry and quick to anger and slow to listen. We need to be the opposite. We need to be gracious and loving and merciful, truth bearing. We don't just ignore truth. We don't just ignore God's standard, but we need to be so anti-culture and anti-world that someone might look at us and say, who are you? What are you? You're so different. Boom. That's our inroad to say, let me tell you about Jesus. Let me show you who he is through his word. And that's so beautiful, man. Yeah, the Christian tag works. Well, Stork, so glad you shared that with us. Can I pray for us? I know that there are some of you out there who just need prayer and encouragement today. So I'd love to just pray for us as we start. Lord, I thank you so much for this day. I thank you for this opportunity to use this technology for your glory, for your kingdom. Lord, I pray for every soul that will walk into this stream tonight. May I be the hands and feet of Christ. May my words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be pleasing to you, but also, Lord, may you use me as a conduit for your grace and your mercy and your truth. Speak through me, Lord. Get me out of the way. And help me to have fun, but also help other people to come in, be encouraged, ask questions, and help us just have a fun night, Lord. It's in your name I pray. Amen. Sword saying, my family slowly becoming Christian. My next goal is a family Bible study. That'd be huge, man. Once a week. It's the most time me and my family have spent together, even outside of the faith. Our family is so much better, healthy, and caring. Oh, it's so good to hear, man. Yeah, I mean, if you can't obviously be a part, you know, have your family and connect them with a local body. That way you're not bearing the weight of pastoring them. You know, that's why we have the local church, is because we have local pastors and elders. The Bible uses the word overseers, but the modern day term pastors. So that you can have connections with other members of the body, help them, grow them, be helped by them, be grown by them. But it all starts in the family. It all starts with that, you know, if you were to have that family Bible study, that, you know, put on some worship music, play, if someone knows how to play guitar or play piano, you know, take it back 100 years. That's kind of the entertainment of the day, was within the family. It was, hey, can someone play piano? And there's Watson. Watson, can you play piano? You see his fuzzy little tail in the background. I currently have my meal right here. So he is, I think he's wanting more of his dinner. And he came over to see if he can scope out some of Daddy-O's. All right, let's get going. We're going to do some ranked matches, have some fun. Thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome. Okay, matchmaking. Matchmaker. We are still stuck at 750. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, we've been stuck on mid sevens for a while. Of course, it doesn't help that the other night I lost 4 and 1-2, so that needs to slow down. Oh boy. That's about as best I can do from that location. I clubbed up. Was gonna have a huge rough penalty. He went long with it though. I mean, yes, I'm only at 21 feet, but it might be an awkward 21 feet. Mrs. D and I currently, our door is that way to go out. And like whenever she takes him out and I'm on stream, it's hard to connect verbally with her because I have my headphones on. So we throw each other the heart that is so popular nowadays. So silly. I mean, for a starting putt, can't complain about that one. Oh, thankful. So thankful. I'll do the same for you, good sir. So glad I have choke T shot. So glad I have that. I've been wanting to get the stinger back just because it looks so fun. But I don't know. I don't see a lot of people using it on ranked anymore. And I typically take note of ranked as kind of the meta, wondering what the meta shots are. If I start to see someone doing something else, what are they doing? And I'll try and figure it out. But all right, 17 up. It's quite a bit from there. Definitely a club up. 17 is 5 plus 2, so 6. That's 33. A little bit of wind to the right here. No, didn't play enough out of the wind, I don't think. That would have been great if I would have remembered that the wind is... I would say the wind is a little bit more testy now. I don't know if there's something that they did in the most recent update, but it seems like the wind is a little bit more just pungent. We'll go with pungent. A little bit more pungent. I also want to ask for forgiveness. Oh, good shot. If you hear any clicks or pops or lip smacks more than usual, it's because I'm wearing my headset mic. Okay. This should be... Man. And I think that they changed something with greens too, because the times that I have thought, oh, normally this is just a little bit off. Like I usually have played that right edge, and last stream on Saturday, I think I missed like 4 putts because I misread it. So I think they also have done something with, oh, I was off of my bottom mark. I think they also have done something with the lines as well. That was a pretty good shot by him. I think he played a wedge. Not any elevation, so that'd be too much. What if I backspun it a little bit here? Play into the wind. The wind should cancel out my draw, so... Yeah, see the choked? That was like a fine swing, but the choked approach did not go as far as it actually did say it was going to. Weird. I wonder if they messed with a few of the... tweaking some of the swing penalties. All right, we're actually able to do our actual swing pattern here. Wow, not much distance on that. I think they did. I think they upped the penalty on one of the swing parameters. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Interesting. Because I think there have been probably 3 times now where the swing just does not look or feel the way that it normally does, like that choked approach. I'm just gonna play a normal 6. See how this does. It's right on line. First quad perfect of the day.
Perfect swing.
That one seemed like it was fine. Okay. Still down by 1, and that, you know, it is what it is. Not super super hurt by it, but I have what, 5 more holes to figure it out, so that was absolutely juiced. Another quad.
Perfect swing.
And I still didn't get to his ball. Wow. He must have a stink ton of power. I'm really glad he shot his way past the hole. Gives me a little bit of hope. Whereas then he makes his putt dead hard of the cup. A little wide. Down by 2. This is not starting out well. Oh, by the way. It is also weird because I have, I got rid of my second monitor over here, which is usually my OBS window. So I'm throwing everything, even like my streaming PC, everything on this my tiny prompter. So there's like little bitty Lux in the corner of OBS and my chat window, and it'll only be this way for a couple weeks, so then back to normals. Blessedly. Okay, he left the door open here. Let's see if we can make it work. A little bit extra out of the rough here. Oh boy, underhit it. I wonder if that's what he did. Probably not, Lux. He's better than you. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Domino House. My name is Lux Domino. I'm your Sherpo streaming tonight. We are enjoying the AC in hot Michigan and just grinding some ranked PGA Tour 2K25. Let me know where you're joining us from, good, bad, or indifferent. I'd love to encourage you, pray for you tonight. Let me know how your weekend went. Wow. Okay. Quad perfect, and yet I didn't read it correctly. Something is just feels off. I don't know what it is. Weird. Well, he's going to have a big rough penalty coming up. It doesn't seem like it's affected him much, but... yeah, good. Good shot. Okay, up 4. But I have a feeling that the wind is going to help a lot of it. So... yeah, a little bit of roll out there. Wasn't expecting that. Nope. I am rethinking my entire putting strategy. He could win it right here. Win the match. There it is. First loss. It doesn't do well to start out with a loss. It doesn't bode well. Can we just call that our warm-up match? This is just a warm-up match, right? Man. Well, the good thing is he's the same rank that we are. He could hit his shots better. Yeah, it is always weird to find someone who's really close to you and to look at their rank and see, oh yeah, they're right where they should be, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it was me just not warming up or what, but that was not a good round for me. Oh well. You gotta start somewhere, right? All right, Marty McChop here. We'll see if we can have a better result. I think I've faced Marty a couple times in season 1 for sure. I don't know if any in this season so far, but my lines have been on, so I know I'm swinging well. It's just decision making, I guess. I mean, I really haven't changed. I still for my ball fitting, I still have wind impact, lessening the wind. I didn't really change much in my newest build tweaking. He left it out to the right. Okay. See if we can get it just a little bit closer. Choked approach. But that'll get us... Yeah, there's no elevation. I'm going to bring the choked approach back a little bit, because our last one did run on us. See, that felt a little too far away for 5 miles an hour side wind. But I feel like if I would have brought it in where I think 5 miles an hour should be, it would be shooting way off to the right. So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking too much of it and it's placebo, and because I think something's wrong, I'll find it, you know? Confirmation bias kind of thing. I know that was dead hard of the cup. I do know that much. All right, one down. We can make this happen, Lux. Come on. Yeah, it has been interesting going through my little setup here and then Mrs. D's setup. You know, unplugging USBs and what works, what doesn't, and how to minimize it. We're going to end up, I think, Mrs. D's parents and my parents are kind of helping facilitate some of our necessities right now. So we are officially, our purchase agreement was signed. So we're gonna have the inspector come into our house Friday. So we'll walk through with him Friday, and then yeah, hopefully everything is good to go, and the bank has all the paperwork I think lined up, and ooh, nice little quad. See what I mean? Like, I'm hitting quads, which is good, but then I guess because I'm not as good at deciphering elevations or wind change, I don't know. So yes, the house is gonna be in order here, we think, in a little bit, so praise God for that. But in the meantime, it's been interesting to pack some stuff away. We only moved just a year ago. 1 year ago, we moved down back up here from Ohio, so it seems weird moving stuff. Nice little spinner there. It feels weird moving stuff again, but such is life, right? I mean, yeah, I think I can actually... Hale's coming in. Hales, how are you? Nice. Thanks for jumping in. Or do you prefer Hive? Hales or Hive? Good to see you. Welcome. Good. Yeah, I'm doing well as well. Here in Michigan, things are just heating up for some people. For some people, it's a bad thing. For some people, it's a good thing. I love the weather here, but it's getting a little too... Sometimes it's when you come in, you feel a bit sticky, and that doesn't feel right. Hales is what I usually go by. Awesome, Hales. Do you play PGA at all, or are you jumping in the stream for other reasons, or because I don't... I don't remember. Forgive me. There are some people who have jumped in the stream the last couple of weeks that I have not gotten fully used to in the stream. So welcome either way, or welcome or re-welcome. All right, 39 down. Oh boy, if it's 13, I feel like I have to do the choke shot, but a 6 just in case it. Hale says, I do not. I found you from the. Oh yeah, conference reach tab. Awesome. Are you a content creator yourself? Are you going to Reach Conference? Right on. Well, especially welcome if that's the case. I need to buy my ticket. For those of y'all who don't know, I should have a button set up, a quick button set up for the Reach Conference info, but I don't. Yes, it'll be there in November. Awesome. It will be great to see you in person and meet you then. Hales, I do have a dilemma and I wonder if you can help. Oh, come on, get in the hole. I do have a dilemma and I wonder if you can help me. So I don't know how to treat Reach, because I think for some people it might just be like an opportunity to let your guard down. If you're a streamer, you don't have to be a streamer. You can just be a person, you know, which is pretty rare. If you stream long enough, you're just always in the mode of having to be on, you know. But with like-minded people, you can be in the same place and just be yourself. However, because I am let's call it personality driven or image driven, like I always wear sunglasses on my stream. Do I take my sunglasses off for Reach Conference? Or do I keep them on, you know? Especially with people who are at Reach, you think, like, I want you to get to know me as a person, but also there might be people there who are, like, let's say, not fans, but attenders of the stream, and I don't want the mystique or the fun of the image of Lux Domino to get in the way. Let me know. Do you think I should do glasses on or glasses off? For those of you guys who don't know, in November, November? Yes. I blanked on the dates though. There is a awesome kind of like a Christian gamers conference happening in Florida. It's gonna be a great time. My first time. I need to, as we get closer, I need to jump into the Discord more. But all right, 6 up, and then with the wind 6. So I think that should. I don't want to go back this far. I'm going to go this far and then see what happens. A lot of right to left here. We'll spin out. Nice. See, I wasn't doing that first round. That was my problem. Sometimes you can overthink these holes though too, man. Analysis paralysis. You think this one, this way and then this way, and then all of a sudden you're 3 back and you're losing the round. I also need to change my monitor here. That was almost an amazing putt. I'm going to claim that my monitor setting was holding me back. I think it's up to you. Hale says, I had someone ask me recently if I was going to be going in a mass to High Minds Entity since I'm not a cam streamer. Oh, right on. Okay. But I'm definitely not planning on doing that. I'm going to reach beer myself. I think that's the way. Hales, I'm with you on that. Ooh, nice little quad.
Perfect swing.
I just don't know. I'm going also to network, not just to have fun and to meet people, but also network. So, I need to take this back. So I want people to be to recognize that it's me. Now, I mean, we don't have a huge community here yet, but all the things that I've learned in my previous life about brand management and about just marketing, you know, good marketing, is that making your brand identifiable and easy to identify, i.e. the Nike swoosh, and then never letting go of it. So always having your brand at the forefront. That might be too much. Yeah, that was actually just enough. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna pray about it, and I think there's a part of me that wants to just be me, but the context of the conference is I'm going as this. I don't know how to describe it, but oof, that curled in at the last moment. I'll pray with you too. I got the struggle. Thank you so much, Hales. Yeah, there are times where and I don't know if it's because of my recent bout with anxiety or not, but it's not that I feel more comfortable like this, but it certainly is nice. I'm getting a lot of quads tonight.
Perfect swing.
I feel more comfortable now, and I know that there are other people who feel like that, because they can. It was like when I was acting. I used to be an actor, and I'd have certain roles that were just enough different than who I was that I could, you could pretend to be someone else. But the more that I try in this channel to be myself, just with glasses on, like what you see is pretty much what you get outside. It's not like the Dr. Disrespects or the, I want to be authentic. I don't want to have to always put on a character because that's not authentic and real. But I don't know. It's tough. Ooh, that was a little bit to the right, but I think I'm impressed that I still nailed. Oh, stay up there. Oh, rat farts. Oh, don't go all the way down. That's silly. Well, I definitely got it closer than I probably would have done putting. Those are always weird when you try and you think, okay, I'm on the green. Technically, I should be putting, but the game allows me to chip anyway. What do I do here? I feel like I would have been less confident. When 2K takes that ability away, I will totally be less confident in my abilities. I try and stay up with a little bit of curve on that though. I try and stay up on what Tiffany coming in. Tiffany, thanks for the follow.
Welcome to the Domino House, Tiffany W54.
Hale says it's tough. I have some nerves about meeting everybody in person, especially since I made some good connections online so far. Then those good connections, Hales, will translate to real life too. I guarantee you that. Especially if it's people like within the Reach community or people who you were brought to Reach through their community. I think I know that it will be the same or very similar in real life. Since I don't cam stream, it could be that some of my friends might have a different view of me. That's not reality in a sense, even though I am my authentic self. Then Hales, I think from what I'm hearing, you don't have to worry about the real life, the face-to-face, the IRL, because if you're real and authentic and you don't have the confusion of a cam, then people who know your voice, who've been able to know your heart, love you for who you are. I think that's what's going to come out in real life too. I honestly think that. Tiffany, by the way, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Where are you from? It seems like we've had a couple of at least people who have used to be in here, or ebbs and flows. This is not what I was expecting when I turned on the stream tonight. So Tiffany, welcome. Where are you joining us from? How was your weekend? Are you excited about 4th of July, hot dogs, fireworks, the whole lot? I'm gonna pull this back here. This might be too much, but oh, a bit to the right. Yeah, you bet, Hales. Well, I'll be excited to meet you, so. Yeah, I think it's tough when, like, so VTubers, I think, have it the same, and then faceless channels have it the same, of you want people to know you, but you also are not putting yourself visually out there, so for any number of reasons. So I think especially at a conference like Reach, you don't have to worry about any of that. That's part of the great thing about that community. Stay right there. Stay right there. Nice. And same to you. I don't think you have anything to worry about either. Awesome. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. I think for me, based on, like I said, my battle with anxiety recently, I'm not claiming it as my own. It's not my anxiety, my battle with anxiety. The thing that I have to remember is when I'm in front of people, whether here or in real life, I am a conduit. I carry the image of the one who created me, who sustains me, who has saved me. So I am not my own to begin with. So in essence, being my authentic self, if I'm not, if I'm trying to put on a face, if I'm trying to keep up appearances, I'm not being honest with my faith. At least that's for me personally. Maybe for people who don't have a genuine faith, it might be different, but I think because of my faith, it compels me, and the Lord compels me to let down the guard and let other people see who He has made me and who He consistently is making me to be, but also just my personality. You know, I think the more that I remember that, I don't have a problem with it. I have less anxiety or less of a what will people think mentality. And to be honest, there are and here I saw this on one of my X-Feed videos as I was going through the news. Oh, he left. Oh, Marty. Say it ain't so, Marty. Marty was fed up. I will say that people are typically so concerned about themselves, they don't really notice that kind of thing. They don't notice you. They don't notice, they've got so much worried about in their own. It was a guy who was vlogging in the airport, and he's like, all of these people that I'm walking by, they won't remember me. They don't care. They're in their own little world. So I've used that to my advantage, and know that it's tough though when the Lord says, hey, go pray for that person. Hey, go introduce yourself to that person, Hale says, I subbed on YouTube, but had to find you by your username since your link is broken. Oh no, the link is broken? That's not good. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll fix that tonight after stream. Thank you so much for letting me know. I think when I redid everything, when I jumped back to thanks for the follow on here too, by the way. I see that, Hales. I think when I redid my channel after my hiatus, it there were some things that I missed. And then when I kind of restructured my YouTube channel, there were also things that I missed. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Domino House. My name is Lux Domino. I'm your Sherpa of streaming. That's Gary behind the camera. Mrs. D's out with Watson. So glad you could be with us tonight. Let me know how your weekend went. Let me know if you're planning for a big old fireworks display on the 4th of July next week. Whatever you got going on, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to pray for you. If we haven't met yet, my name is Lux. I'm a family-friendly streamer. I play a lot of PGA Tour 2K25. I do play some first-person shooters too. If
Welcome to the Domino House.
Activision would get their head out of their butts and make a better game. But for most of the part right now, I'm playing PGA Tour. Let me know. Let me know how I can encourage you. I'd love to meet you, talk with you, get to know you. Other than that, lurkers are totally allowed in this channel. So sit back, we have some chill music going on. Just enjoy that. Yes, Hales, once again, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. All right, 17 down, but I think pitching wedge is too much. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that wind is going to be... That wind can get pretty aggressive. All right, and it's a little bit of left to right. I want that wind to just carry it all the way. Carry it to the pin. Not too much. Not that much. Of course, Hale said. I thought I did that when I came in, to be honest. No worries. There are so many times where I'll find a new channel or connect with a channel from a friend or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I never followed. You know? I would say the subscribe over on YouTube was a whole lot more important right now than a follow on here on Twitch, but I appreciate you either way. I think right here. 11. Yeah, trying to grow, way under. Trying to grow that channel. Yes, as an income source. Just because I see a market that we're not hitting. That no one is hitting currently right now in the PGA space, but Hale says, yeah, I feel like YouTube followers are hard to get. I think they are too. The good thing is we only have, I should say I only have 4 videos up, and one of them did exactly what I thought it was going to do. So that's good. But it has kind of tapered off. So I'm excited to see. I'm editing my next video this week. Oh wow, that was really underpowered. What did I do there? I think my thumb slipped off the thumbstick. Yeah, the next video is another style of that video, like a tips video, so hopefully that one gains traction as well. But certainly exciting, new frontier. We'll see what happens. I enjoy being on Twitch though. It's how I first started content creation, so I'm not by any of the means upset with the follow for sure. Nope. My goal, however, was because discoverability, the fan's on, it's just really hot in here. Because discoverability on Twitch is so tough. I thought that'd be a perfect way. Having more YouTube traffic would be a perfect way of Getting more eyes on Twitch. So I get the familiarity over on YouTube and then bring them over and build the community here. So that's at least the plan. We'll see if it actually works. It's a slow process. If ever we needed our tink tink button, now is the time. Tink tink, everybody. Oh wow, what a putt that was. He's not feeling good about that. He thought he was gonna go 2-up on me. Not right now, Bear. Those are striking white pants though. That ensemble is great. I am slightly worried at my the house that we were able to, hopefully, if everything happens with the bank correctly, and what it seems like, the house that it seems like we're gonna get is an older house, and they retrofit the I shouldn't say retrofit. They updated the house and then they put in the HVAC. So the upstairs could potentially be an oven, which I'm not looking forward to. Hill says, yeah, I was putting all my VODs over there, but I was thinking I should figure out how to multi-stream instead. I would say multi-streaming. So I'm multi-streaming right now, and you honestly, the people that I have seen do really well with multi-streaming, they already have an established community, and on that platform, on one of the major platforms, and then they have enough of a community that wants them to see on their other platforms. So for me, because I'm putting some videos up now, I want to be live on YouTube so that people, the chances of someone who might be watching a video saying, oh, he's live, I want to check him out live. Boom, if they like what they see, you know, awesome. So that's why I multi-stream, but I know a lot of people who find it successful when they have, nope. Oh, barely got in there. When they have enough people to kind of split the difference, but there's always going to be, you know, one channel or one service that people go to more. That's just how it is. Because it can be super discouraging. Like right now, I just checked my YouTube and no one's watching me currently live, but I did have some views. So if someone stumbled on my videos, watched for a couple minutes, awesome. If they liked the live stream, then saw some of my videos, cool. So I think YouTube's algorithm is way better at discoverability. Market saturation for sure. Twitch is just not ever. You think when you're in the Twitchiverse, you think everybody knows about Twitch, but when I have told people, hey, I live stream on Twitch, probably 90% of the time people have asked me what's Twitch. But then I said, well, it's like YouTube. Oh, YouTube. Okay. So I know that's not everybody's experience, but I don't think I need to club up here. I think this is going to be, I think I need to club up there. I don't know if he has the advantage here, only being 3 yards off the path here. I mean, he chipped it in. That's certainly an advantage, because I'm not sure if I can putt it in. Down 1 inch. Oh, I have a feeling if I did not change the power on that, it would have been enough. Well, poopy. Hales, thanks for the chat. I appreciate the chat as well. Enjoy your dinner. And thanks for keeping the tab up. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate you doing that. Enjoy your dinner. And if I don't see you the rest of the night, have a great night. A little bit of bend there at the beginning, but Ba-dum-bum-bum. It is so hot in here. I think Mrs. D just came home. The AC is having such a hard time. Plus I have, let's see, computer, lights, hat, oppressive headset. I totally realized now I didn't do the win. Okay, 14. That's 5. Then plus a little bit more. I don't want to leave it short though. I'm going to do a choked approach with a 9 and then spin it back a little bit. At least that's what I'm hoping to do. Stay up on the air. Oh! I was not expecting that. That's good, huh? That's good, I guess, yeah? Oh, man. I think my chair was too high as well. It's tough to tell on this small monitor. It's not moving a whole lot. Half a cup? Or half a box, maybe? No, too much. I totally need to work on my aim to win the hole. It's okay. They blew it past 2. Oh, man. I was about to say, if they miss that one again, we might be doing okay. I like the glasses though. Rocking those myself. Yeah, I need to do. I mean, I just don't have time. I need to make time, I guess, but to put some work in on putting. I think I need to do that. Because as of right now, it ain't working. That one, what was that, 25 footer? That one went in by sheer luck. All right, 29 down. I think we could do 2 iron. I think just 2 iron, a stock 2 iron. It's on the right line. Too much though, still. Man, that wind just takes it. I mean, I didn't blow it past the way that he did, but still. Great flop. Well, I don't normally go for this, but I think I need to. Wow. That hopped up for whatever reason way more than I thought it was going to. I think that is the fastest setting it is. Yeah. Nice little quad.
Perfect swing.
This is what I'm worried about upstairs in the new house. Yep. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that might be good for me. Sweet. Oh yeah, 5 iron. Yeah, if you do not land it in here, you're... That's a strong headwind, though. If it's the right club, it's the right club. It's online. No. It has to stay there. It's not going to. Ugh, I said that earlier, like, oh, that's not good for him. Thinking I could do it better, but no. No, I cannot do it better. That's open, I think. All right, uphill. I've got to make this or right to left, left to right. All right, do this. Slim chance that I make this though. Oh, and it's going over the hill. Oh boy. Like that felt like a normal chip that felt normal coming off of the face, the club face, but yeah. You win one, you lose one. It is what it is. I think it was that chip. I did not do well with that chip coming off the hot off the face, but what are you gonna do? Like it, you know. Oh. Say again, Mrs. D. Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna grab some more water. I'll be right back. All right. See if we can do a little bit better here. Nope. I mean, straight as a whistle, but whistles aren't straight, Lux. I don't know if the guy's name is Miller Lite because of the beer or because of his last name being Miller. I'm not entirely sure. I do like that last name though. It seemed like he outdrove me, but Teach, what's going on? The golf tonight is, I As you can tell by the ticker over here, not going well, but how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, the other night the sweats weren't on, and I feel like the sweats are on tonight. To match how sweaty I am right now. Low key. No cap. I feel like that was the best shot of the night so far. Teach, are you enjoying summer where you are at? I know up in here in Michigan, we're enjoying it a little too much. It's getting hot. Working on some course design at the moment. Awesome. What are your new plans? I have wanted to get on there and do a course that I used to play at to try and replicate it. The course is no longer there. No longer exists. Stay right there. But I'd love to play it virtually. It was like a little just 9. Oh no, actually it had 18. It was just like a little muni near where I lived in college. But I fell in love with that course for whatever reason, and I've wanted to play it ever since I got back into golf, but it closed doors. This is going wide right. Maybe not so wide. That's so weird. Can you get LiDAR info for it? What I can do is I have what I was thinking about doing was on Google Earth, before they tore it down, they were Google uploaded Google Earth pictures, so there is satellite imagery of it. So I was going to go little by little that way, and use the satellite imagery for it. And I played it so much that I know foliage, thickness and type, but even if I just get, I've got about 20 courses, but I've never done a LiDAR. That actually is, how do you go about using the LiDAR information on Course Designer? Like, you can't just input that stuff, can you? That'd be sick if you could. I thought it was just like all directory stuff, like you have to mouse and key it in, and to be able to do a one-to-one using a LiDAR system, and then it inputs all the information into the designer. That'd actually be pretty cool. It actually, you're kidding me. That is sick. That's the kind of thing that technology should be used for, man. Use it for good. That is so cool. I need to read into that then. Not entirely sure if this is the... That come back to the left. Okay. The cool thing is that I was looking at a Garmin launch monitor, because I play golf in real life, and I'm wanting, one of my dreams is to have a bunch of guys over and have a sim room for them, but also during the winter, since Michigan winters are notoriously harsh.
Perfect swing.
Not as harsh as Alaskan winters. I would love to play the courses that I would normally play in the spring and summer and fall during the winter, just so I can keep up on local courses. So one of the launch monitors, yeah, exactly, the man cave. The property that we think we just got, for those of you who don't know, Mrs. D and I are looking for a house, and we think we just found some property. But there'd be enough room for a shed. So I'd have a streaming shed and like a game room shed, and then the sim shed. At least that's the thought. Maybe do 2 in 1. It'd probably be easier to do 2 in 1. But one of the launch monitors, the one by Garmin, the R50, I think it's called, actually had the course. So you can, New Brunswick, Canada, nice. Yeah, tough winters, I bet. What province is that, eh? Is that, oh, my Canadian geography is not as good as it used to be. So yeah, the Garmin launch monitor has the course I'm thinking of. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that'd be really cool for that to be the launch monitor. But that launch monitor is one where you have to be, it has to be behind, or no, it has to be to the side, in front of the golfer, which normally if it's just me, that's fine. But because I'm a left-hander, if I have people over, not so fine. So to win the hole, let's try and do that, Lux. Straight as an arrow. Ugh. Yeah, I love so many things about Canada. Mrs. D and I are rolling through Corner Gas right now. Again, we've already seen it once, but we're running through it. New Brunswick is the province. I am way out of touch then with Canadian geography. New Brunswick is the province. Is that a new name? Is it like... Huh. Because, you know, like when I was a kid, Pluto was a planet, and now it's not a planet anymore. I mean, there are things that happen in the universe that I am not aware of fully. I can fully say that maybe it always has been, and I just didn't know it. Yeah, Mrs. D and I have gotten back into Corner Gas, which is one of our favorite Canadian shows. I'm kind of, I don't enjoy all Canadian programming, but I enjoy the sense of humor at least. So I used to watch Red Green all the time when I was a kid. And all right, 2 iron I think is going to be the right play here. Not enough draw. Keep on drawing. Too much power too. Wow. Ham-fisted that one, didn't I? You big meatball, you. No, it's been around since 18. Teach, you're killing me over here. You're oh, I feel so bad now. I feel so bad. Oh, it's been around since 1864. Soon you're gonna tell me that California is not really a U.S. state. I mean, to be fair, I'm not Canadian, but man, to be honest, I probably remember more of the bigger provinces. The British Columbias, the Albertas. West. Once you get into over to the east, maybe that's where it lost me because there were too many. I don't know. Too smaller, like the, you know, man. I wonder if there's something I don't know about the US that can make it up. I don't know. Anyway. That can make up for it. I mean, I know some people, supposedly Americans, that don't know geography in America, so I think I'm good. Not knowing a foreign country's provinces. Yeah, we're a poor dinky province. I don't know if you watched. There was a show that was on for a while called Slings and Arrows. It was about theater in Canada. I really liked that one too. When I was an actor, that was kind of like the one thing we'd watch, you know, the binge show that we'd watch. At least I would. But had Paul, what's his name? Paul Gross. Is that who it was? Yeah, I enjoy Canadian humor, and I enjoy poutine. And I think everybody has acknowledged that Tim Hortons has phenomenal donuts. So really, Canadian culture is being adopted well here in America. I know Letterkenny's big for some people. I just have not gotten into it. Yeah, it was on probably early 2000s. And it was like Mark McKinney was in one of the main characters. Paul, I want to say Gross, right? The guy from oh boy. Yeah, Paul Gross. It was Mark McKinney played the theater kind of financial director, and oh, it was very funny. There were some parts. Oh, and it was a launching pad, or at least somewhat of a launching pad for Rachel McAdams, who I really enjoy as an actor. But yeah, worth a watch if you're in, you know, into really. There's some really good pieces of acting in it. And as a former actor, I dug that. But yeah, little fun little side note, side show that most people aren't familiar with. I'm trying to remember now. What's it called? Due North, maybe? Where he played a mounted Canadian Mountie. I think that was it Due North? In my years with certain Canadians too, I was introduced to poutine from a Canadian, but there's certain slang words that I've come across in my time with several Canadians that I've known, that it's one of those things where you're not sure if they're telling you the right thing, but you think they are, and then it's like, okay, I can't use that here because it's not like language that we use here. It's not slang that we use here. But yeah, very interesting that I have gotten a little bit of here and there, a little bit of Canadian culture in my life. I never got into hockey. Poutine is a very acidic Eastern Canadian dish. Okay, so what would be Acadian? I read acidic. What would be a Western Canadian dish then? It is funny too, like the states are like that too. There's certain things that you'll find on the East that you won't find on the West. Weird things too. I feel like I can have it roll up there better. Yeah, it did not cut as much. Good distance control though. I feel like I'm actually gonna win this one. Teach, we should do a stream where you show me the ins and outs of Course Designer. That'd be sick. Because whenever I go in there just to mess around, I get very anxious. there are a couple ideas that I have. Maybe I can farm them out to you and you can create them just like lickety split. But the idea of creating a driving range, I know some people have done it, but I can't find the course through the finder. Like I think I've looked for like driving range keyword, but I haven't been able to find it. But I'd love to put like targets, cars, or sorry, I missed that. The ins and outs of what? The ins and outs of Course Designer, because there are things that I would love to have available to me for like certain. Whoa. That was unexpected. Wow. Maybe I can win this thing here. Yeah, Course Designer is very big to me, and I need someone to break it down for me. All right, to win the match here, Lux, shut up and just putt. I feel like that's right. Half a box, kind of. Wow. There are things like a driving range in Course Designer I want to create. There's also one that I saw. I think I can do this, but it would take me too long to do it. But to have a long strip of very narrow fairway, and then how many times would it take me? This is like one of the challenge video ideas. How long would it take me? Hey, there's a win, by the way. To land the ball in that piece of fairway and have it stay there with the driver. I think that'd be a good challenge course to do. But it would just take me a long time to create it, and like I said, I know I could enjoy Course Designer. I'm obviously a creative, but it's just knowing the mechanics and the interface, and I think it would just take too long. Anytime I'm around, if you're interested in my work style, maybe check out my most recent course for the World Cup of Design competition. Okay, Raven's Nest. Try not to be a salesman, dude. Sell away, dude. That'd be great. Let me check it out. Can I check it out right now? Raven Nest. I like that. We better have some black cherry trees in here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I did not know there was a design cup. Tell me more about that. What's that? Is that like an official legit competition? Like, what's going on there? That sounds pretty serious. Anytime there's a World Cup of anything. Raven Nest. Boom. Let me play it, man. I'll play from the tips. That way I can see the whole course. I'm gonna play easy tees though, or easy competitions are ongoing for serious designers. That is so cool. I would not think that would be something that I mean, it makes sense now, but all right. I'll give it a go here. I'm a sucker for good courses too. I get bored with the like, I want challenge, but I want it to be able to just wreck the course, you know, if I'm good with it. We are golf nerds. Everybody deserves to be a nerd about something, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna aim it right here. Ooh. Not a member's bounce. Are there cash prizes, or is it just kind of for the sake of playing, or the sake of designing? That's underpowered. That is not even going to get up there, Lux. Wow. Come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? See, I don't even think I can get over there. Nope. I'll have to do the fluke. The fluke method. Okay. Short putt. Boom. Love it. Yeah, I'm a sucker for wow, this looks great, dude. What style of course is this? I forget all the options. They added a couple more this year, didn't they? We designed to get our course used on TGS. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that wind really took that one. So essentially, I mean, if I can play this course well on master level, which I'm not right now, I'm still on pro, I would have, it's a good practice course for TGC style courses. I'm going to do a choked approach because it's a par 5. But I'm on a huge upslope. Back in a minute. Hey, no worries, man. Well, should have played that more to the left there. I'm glad you left during that shot. That was a horrible shot. Cut. Ooh. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Domino House. My name's Lux Domino. I'm your Sherpa. Streaming tonight. We're playing ranked. We are taking a break from ranked. However, we're checking out a friend of the channel. He wanted me to check out a course design of his, and we're taking a look at it. I'm liking it so far. Very elevated, very windy. 21, that's 7, so that's 42, that's fine. Wedge, and then 15, a lot of wind. I should have had some backspin on it, but I typically, you can tell it's been a long day. I typically, when I do practice rounds like this, I'll use my putt preview as a way to dial in how I see my putts, to get used to not having putt preview in ranked play. So I typically force myself, if I don't read the putt correctly the first time, I can't use putt preview the second time. So I do my calculations and all that, and then I do the putt preview, and if it's correct, then I can keep on using putt preview. But if it's not correct, I have to wait a turn or wait a hole to use it again. So it helps me kind of get a better understanding for what I'm missing in terms of, oh wow, that was way off. That wind is punishing. What I'm missing in terms of reading putts correctly. So wow, I'm not having a good go at this right now. It's all right. I'm not as playing as good as I thought it could be, but let's see. Yeah, I think just that, and then 14. Oof, just undershot a little bit. You really have to nail your yardages. I think they fixed the rhythm. Ooh. I think they fixed the rhythm on chips. I think that's why I'm not. I haven't used them in forever, or it seems like forever. 6 is drivable for 4. Okay. Nice. I like that. 17 down. Hopefully, my poor score doesn't bode negatively on your course. I'm just not very good. As you can tell by my ranked play here, but all right, drive. I think I have to choke it, right? 17 down. Or can my 3-wood ain't getting there. So I'm definitely choking it. And then I'm gonna flight it up to just get it up in the air, maybe. No, wind took it. I did not want to dance with that. The cliff, you know. I make courses for people to enjoy. I think they're fair, not crazy. I appreciate that. I like challenging courses, but I'm with you. I like courses that are legit, not like the craziest in the world. Wow, I'm just not doing well. I also like I like courses that are challenging as far as I think I'm going to make this my my ranked warm-up course, because I need a course. Ooh, little quad there. I need a course that has a lot of undulation or elevation and then undulation on the green. Not for TGC even, but for just getting used to playing that way. For ranked matches. If I play too much of an easy course for my warm-up, I tend to not do well. I mean, I tend not to do well either way, but so harsh on yourself, Lux. I mean, that 12-mile-an-hour wind, that's really, I think, gonna take it a ways. It didn't. It did not. I thought I'd get it up high enough in the air that it did, but... Ooh, no cut on that. Okay. Good speed, though. Nothing there to finish it. Did you see that? There was like... Sometimes you just miss those easy putts. What was that, a 7-footer? Like it was nothing, you know? I'm gonna turn up my volume here and just chill out for a little bit. Got a little too aggressive there on that line, and yeah. Oh boy. I send you a list of my courses one of these days. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could save you as a creator, and then I can find all your courses easily on the Finder as well. 21. Maybe the reason that I don't do well in ranked is that wow, that wind. I mean, that's a way to play it, right? Right? I think maybe why I don't do good on ranked, don't do well on ranked is the wind factor. Maybe I don't, and maybe the elevation too, but so maybe I need courses like this that can whip me into shape here. I will say in ranked, unlike TGC, ranked you don't see a lot of heavy wind courses, which both I like, and it's tough because you want to get better at playing in the wind, but all right, so 39. Another club up, one club up. The wind will somewhat negate 12 miles an hour. I'm trying to figure out how much I need to take off for the slope and how much I need to take off for the wind. I'm never good at that. I think it's right there. Yeah, I think undulating greens are probably my best weapon in terms of practicing. Oh boy, muffed that one. My best weapon in terms of practicing, because I know that like distance I'm okay at when it comes to putting, but when it comes to reading breaks right off the rip, forget it, man. And I think that's where everybody has taken advantage of me in ranked. All right, so 12 is 4 down, but there's an 11 mile an hour wind, headwind. So I kind of want to leave it there. I've been getting a lot of quads. I should have clubbed up then. Right there, maybe? Okay. I know there are courses. Yeah, take some practice. I know there are some courses that I absolutely love on ranked play, and then there are some that I loathe. And I think the biggest difference is the wind and elevation. That's probably why I did not do well on TGC tryouts. I also didn't know there were some ambiguous rules that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that one, or but doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do it choked, and hopefully the wind just kind of stalls it out here. I tend to underread. I've noticed that. I think I tend to underread if I have a tendency. It's to underread putts, which I can account for. That's fine. It's a hard habit to break, you know. 16 down. Oh man, double club up. You overread? Yeah. I know some people, they don't do distance well, and some people they don't do breaks well. Oh, I should have backspinned a little bit there. I know for me, because I use my my micro swing. My swing path is usually like dead on, unfortunately. It looks weird, but so I don't have troubles really anymore with like my swing path or my swing line. I think it's just executing and just getting used to how they change certain parameters to help knuckleheads like me avoid abusing the game. Man, it's hot in here. It's just not cooling. Yeah, our the house we're going to, ooh, 77 feet up. That is a heck of elevation. The house we're hopefully going to, Lord willing, is was made in 1900, and I think I mentioned this before. They redid the HVAC. Okay, so 20, that's 7, and then over 15. Like, let's go way over here. Ooh. Yeah, it was an old parsonage on turn of the century church that was on the corner of this small town in Michigan, and the church building is long gone, but the parsonage was still there, and it went, I think, unused for years, and then someone recently bought it and turned it into a bed and breakfast, so they had to renovate it. So they bought it for like dirt cheap, and then renovated it. And so they added oh, wow. Oh boy. Let's just get out of this mess here. I don't care if it goes 13 feet. So they added the HVAC, but the room that I think we're going to be putting our streaming setup in for a little bit, before we build, I know, now you tell me, Teach, come on. The house has 3 bedrooms upstairs, but we're not sure how well the air gets forced up there, so there's a lot of 19. I think that's even still. What if I choke a 9? I think I choke a 9 here. Delicate. Nope, still too much. Knowing how much heat my setup can cause, I want to see what it's like in that room before I commit to it, but maybe the Lord's just getting me used to being in a semi-hot room for the time being. So far, Teach, I'll say I like the course. Like I said, it's challenging enough. I haven't made too many bogeys, I don't think. I like bombable holes like this one where you're gonna hit it almost 400 yards. Uh-oh, YouTube crashed, supposedly. Six, and then 12. I like this hole. Watch me miss it. I don't like this hole. No, I like this hole, man. Have to pick up my son from work. Enjoy the rest of your round. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll probably not be on. I have not gotten sleep the past 2 days, so I'll probably not be on here in a little bit, but thank you so much for showing me this course, man. I enjoy it. I'll leave a good review for you too. $32. And then 10 miles an hour right. Hook that baby in there. Yeah, I'll catch you again, man. Have a great night. Thanks for jumping on. I do like the fact that the yellow balls that they have chosen to add so far, they actually look yellow. it's so tough to not make them look green. In any other golf game, the yellow balls have always looked green, but this one at least looks somewhat yellow, which is, as you can probably tell, I'm a fan of yellow. Nope. Nope. Just trying to get through this so I can go in the other room and cool down. Bum, bum, bum. Well, thank you guys for joining. I think the next couple of weeks are going to be odd. I think we're going to switch to Thursday and Saturday streams only, and I'll change the schedule accordingly. But just to the place that I'll be staying, just so I can it won't be my house for a while. We move in August 1, so we're gonna be in a friend's house, actually family's house, for a while, for a few weeks. So I want to stream less. Still, the two biggest days are Thursday and Saturday for us anyway. So but just to help them, like, I'm not sucking up I'm already going to be there editing videos and all that. So I think we're going to start that next week. I might not actually be on Thursday because it's a holiday. And it's the end of when we're going to move. So I'll hope to be on Saturday next week. But so Thursday this week, Saturday this week, and then and we'll go into like Thursday, Saturdays. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Lux, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.